Good morning. Compounds having the same chemical formula but different structural arrangement are called isomers, and phenomenon is called isomerism. Types of isomerism: structural isomerism, stereoisomerism, structural isomerism, lesion isomerism, linkage isomerism, coordination isomerism, coordination position isomerism, hydrate isomerism, ionization isomerism, polymerization isomerism. Structural constitutional isomerism. In this isomerism, a molecule exhibits different molecular structure, that is, structural isomers of a molecule are different types of compounds. Structural isomers generally have different physical and chemical properties. Linkage isomerism: some ligands can bind in more than one way to the central metal atom. Linkage isomerism arises due to the different types of attachment with the same ligand to the metal atom. For example, in the complex, NO2 can have the two types of linkage. Nitrate have two types of linkage with cobalt. See, N attachment with the cobalt nitro complex and the oxygen attachment with cobalt nitro complex. Similarly, S attachment with the zinc thiocyanate S complex and the nitrogen attachment with thiocyanate complex. Lesion isomerism. Lesion isomerism is a type of structural isomerism found in coordination complex where difference arises due to the presence of lesion that can exist in the different isomeric forms. For example, there are two isomers of the composition, namely 1,2-diamine propane, also called choline diamine, and 1,3-diaminopropane, also called trimethyl-diamine. These two bidentate lesions form isomeric complex. Coordination isomerism. This isomerism arises due to exchange of lesions between complex cation and complex anion of the same complex compound. Coordination position isomerism. This type of isomer consists of the exchange of lesions between two metals in a polynuclear complex compound or ion. Ionization isomerism. This type of isomerism arises when exchange of groups takes place between the complex ion and the ion outside the coordination sphere. Consequently, such isomers differ from one another in their mode of isomerism. Ionization isomerism is a type of structural isomerism found in coordination compounds. It occurs when two complexes have the same molecular formula but yield different ions in solution due to exchange of lesion with the counter ion. See, in this example, gives silver nitrate test and brown ring test. So nitrate test gives, and this example gives the silver nitrate test. Sulfate in the solution, bromide in the solution. Hydrate isomerism. This isomer arises due to difference in the number of water molecules inside and outside the coordination sphere. In this example, 6 water molecule, 5 water molecule, 4 water molecule inside the coordination number. Polymerization isomerism. This is not two isomers, and it occurs between the compounds having the same empirical formula but different molecular formula or molecular weight. Empirical formula is the platinum NH2 Cl2, but molecular formula platinum NH3 4 platinum Cl4. Stereoisomerism, geometrical cis and trans isomerism, optical isomerism. Geometrical cis and trans isomerism. Geometrical cis and trans isomerism is also divided into following. Geometrical isomerism is 4 coordination complex. Geometrical isomerism is 6 coordination complex. Four coordination complex may be either tetrahedral or square planar. Tetrahedral complex do not exhibit cis-trans isomerism. This is because the tetrahedral geometry contains all 4 lesions in cis position with respect to one another. In other words, each lesions lie equidistant from the 3 lesions and all the bones angles at same 109.5. We see that in tetrahedral complex, all the 4 lesions lie adjacent to one another and hence geometrical isomerism cannot be expected. Square planar complex of type MA4 and MA3B, where A and B are monodentate lesions, do not exhibit cis and trans isomerism. This is because each spatial arrangement of lesions around the metal atom in this complex are exactly equivalent. The following type of square planar complexes with cis-trans isomerism. Cis and this is the trans. Me to BC is the cis and this is the trans. MABCD. The isomeric forms of such complexes these isomers can be obtained by selecting one lesion, say A, and placing the remaining 3 lesions on the by 1 trans to A. Where AB are unsymmetrical bidentate lesion, geometrical isomerism in 6-coordinate complex octahedral complex of type MA6 and MA5B do not exhibit geometrical isomerism. The following type of octahedral complex show geometrical isomers. Optical isomerism, an asymmetrical molecule, either organic or inorganic, show optical isomerism. Optical isomers are molecules that are mirror images of each other and that cannot be superimposed. A superimposable mirror image means that one molecule could be placed on the top of its mirror image and it would be perfect fit. They are not identical even though all the bone angles and the bone lengths are identical. These isomers react identically unless the reactant is also are of the pair of the optical isomers. The most characteristic difference is that the optical isomers rotate the plane of the isomers, which rotate the plane polarized light in the light polarized light in opposite direction side is called dextro deform, and which rotate the plane polarized light in the left hand side called levo form. The isomeric pair are called enantiomers. Optical isomerism is common in the octahedral complex involving bidentate lesion. Example, showed a cis and trans isomerism, and only cis form shows optical isomerism, making a total of 3 isomers. Okay, it's all about isomerism under BSc 4th year. BSc 4th year chemistry. Thanks for watching, and request you all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for patience. That is now bye bye. See you again.